Hey Dawn, shall we put a porch on our house? Shall we put a porch on our house?
Shall we?
Shall we?
Do we need to decide that right now?
Yeah, we do have to decide that now because I just put in a new window. See, look, brand new window. And so I'm gonna have to reside the front of the house, which is what our plan was. But if we're putting a porch on, then I want to get that done before I side. So am I siding or am I putting a porch on?
Okay, well, why don't I pull up the picture I made of it and then we can talk through pros and cons of if we should put on a porch or if we should wait to do it in the future.
Okay, so everybody who thinks that we have too many projects going on, you are correct. Everybody who thinks, Tom, why don't you finish some projects? I'm about to introduce you to why projects don't get finished. Okay, so Dawn, so what was going on here?
So I'll pull up the drawing.
So what happened was, I was gone one day, and Dawn sends me this in a picture to my phone and says, can we put this on the house?
So this is what I do to relax is I come up with ideas.
Projects for Tom.
For the house. So I have seen this porch is actually off of a house from Fixer Upper that they did. And I really liked the porch when I saw the finished house. So I found a picture of it online and then I used the pieces of it in Photoshop to, I know there's...
Did you have to scale it too or was it the right scale?
No, I
scaled
it. So I know there's like fancy design programs out there, but this is what I know. So this is what I made it in. And then I sent it to Tom and said, we don't have to do this now. It's just an idea. Obviously it was in the winter when there was snow.
I don't think she said we don't have to do this now. I think
we'll talk more about the porch design and then I do want to show you the windows that Tom started putting in on our weekend of rest. Anyways.
it was very relaxing.
Was it relaxing? Oh.
No.
No. Okay.
The house filled up with flies. It was fun.
So I would love to put this porch on the house. I think we're both in agreement that it would look pretty cool if we did it, right? So one of the cons against it is that it would cost, you're guessing about $2,000 in materials.
Probably.
Windows and siding have to go on regardless.
Yeah,
so if we're just talking lumber.
Yeah, between $2,000 and $3,000 probably.
Yeah, that's even more. So cost is one part of it. The other part of it is that we would eventually like to lift our house up and then put a new basement underneath it so that we could just have some more living space and have a nice usable
And so right now because our basement is only half of our foundation size is our basement and it's old and gets wet and we can't stop it from getting wet. So apparently
we could but basically we'd be looking at a new basement to try and it would be a lot of money to try and work with it how it is.
Well, the other thing is, so currently how our property sits, we could dig it into be a walkout. So if we could dig a walkout and then put it on a new foundation, full basement that walks out, that's sweet, because then we could double our minimal square footage.
Right, and then at that time we'd attach a garage and kind of reconfigure how we come into the house from the garage and potentially even move it back a little bit away from this oak tree, so that in the future we don't have to worry about.
So there's multiple issues with everything compiles.
But it is a cost-effective way to gain more square footage, more usable square footage, put a couple more bedrooms down there if we wanted to, and make our house feel nicer and bigger. So with that being said, if we add a porch on now, that just adds another factor to when we're raising the house of something that would have to be supported and accounted for as we're lifting it. Right now, it would be a fairly simple lift because there aren't things.
Fairly simple.
We don't have decks or...
Basically fairly simple because you've never done it, nor will be doing it.
Exactly, that's what I said.
That's what I thought. That's what I heard. Is that what you heard? That's what I heard.
And then my thought is, well, maybe at that time when we move, because we would be moving the house a little bit too, maybe we'd be like, oh, let's wrap the porch around here, or let's we would have a different idea of how we'd want to do it. So I would have a different idea.
She means we is what she's saying.
I would have a different idea of how we would want to do it. So that is the hesitation. In the plus side, I think it would add a ton of curb appeal, especially with all the new windows Tom's putting in, and I think it would look really sweet and kind of give our house some of the character that maybe it's missing a little bit. It feels a little blah right now, in my opinion, to me. So, just Dawn's opinion.
How do you really feel about it?
That would be the other problem with not doing it now, is Tom is going to side the whole front of the house. So if we don't do it now, then
I got to take it all back off and do it again.
So that's a big pain in the butt. So that would be in the pro-con towards just, if we're going to do it, just do it now. Get all the siding figured out now around it.
Be done.
Right. So which way are you leaning?
I'm leaning towards putting it on because I just want to be done.
So you're game to doing it, it's just...
I am game to doing it as long as we pull the trigger on it soon, because we're heading into fall rapidly.
Okay.
And that means truck and tractor driving for me, so...
Alright. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know. Let us know. We'll just, you guys vote, and then we'll just tally it up, and then I will, okay, how about this? I'll commit to this.
I thought that aren't I usually the ones who do this
Whatever
stuff?
you vote, that's what we'll do. It won't be like the open shelves where I vetoed and I overrode.
Yeah, that was rigged.
Okay, so you guys vote, and we'll tally it up, and whatever the tally is, that is what we'll do.
How long are we letting people vote for? Because what if somebody looks at this a year from now and is like, well, I voted, and I swung the vote, and you didn't do it, or you didn't.
So by noon on Wednesday, August 14th, Central Standard Time, you vote, we will tally it up, and we will let you know on Saturday.
How about this? And if you don't care, you could say that too.
Totally say that too, and Tom only gets to vote one time.
I'm not going to vote at all. I'm not even subscribed to your channel.
Okay, good. All right, well,
so there.
You let us know what you think. In other news, Tom did put in this window.
2 windows.
In my desk area here, and then also in the TV room. So all 3 of these windows, in the TV room and my desk area.
2 TV room windows that are the same size as this window. So 3 windows in our house are identical. We found 3 identical windows at BMO.
The building material outlet.
Yep. I have put 2 of them in. I have to put the 3rd one in. And then I got 2 other tall skinny windows to replace the 2 windows in the little porch area thing.
Right, so we'll have all matching windows around this section.
Then, after all those are in, we have 2 windows in this house left that are old and crap. And by crap, I mean in the wintertime, the blinds move with the wind.
Yeah, you can see the curtain moving. So it's the 2 in our bedroom.
That's our bedroom.
Yeah. So that'll be our only ones left, which we'll still hope to do before winter. And like these windows are Anderson windows.
Yep.
From the outlet for $300.
Yeah, these ones were more expensive. These are $300 a piece. Technically
still
$310 a piece.
And we'd been waiting to find 3 that matched.
3 identical, and they were the exact width, but they were, I think I said 6 inches taller. And so it actually worked out well too, because the windows in our living room are lower to the floor, and so then the rest of the house was. So then by leaving the header where it's at and just cutting down and reframing the bottom in, it made it a lot simpler to install the window for a bigger size.
Yeah.
And then I was able to insulate underneath the window because it was like that thick.
There was just newspaper insulation, no.
Yeah.
No.
Which
real
I'm sure
fiberglass.
all of this stuff is too.
Yeah, and so that's what we're trying to do as we go around the house. Again, not how most people insulate and reside and put in windows, but so we've been working our way re-insulating as we do the windows, and then Tom's also putting foam insulation on the outside of the house.
On the outside, sheeting and taping all the joints
before we put on the vinyl siding.
And house wrapping and siding.
So hopefully
It's like a big blanket.
this winter our heating costs will be even better. So
Hopefully.
we'll see. But that was kind of crazy when you were sawing through the plaster, how there was sparks flying. That surprised me.
It's like inside the plaster is like rock and stuff. And
yeah, I was like, well, glad our home insurance is reinstated, because there's like sparks flying inside the house, but it was good. Tom knows what he's doing.
I did destroy a saw blade.
Yeah. and you were not wearing safety glasses. I know.
I had my squints on.
You don't even need to bother commenting on it.
I'm not gonna put them on.
It doesn't
so.
change anything. He'll wear flip-flops and he'll squint away, and I don't know, unless you know a way to change men.
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
I haven't been to the ER in a few years, so we're doing all right.
Knock on wood. Okay, I'm gonna cut that part out because that's just like asking for trouble. Then the other thing we'll have to do is put trim around the windows.
Yes, we will have to do.
I'll paint it, Tom will install it. We actually kind of made up our own window trim because I wanted something, we knew it'd be white. I wanted something a little bit wider than just the stuff that you can buy pre-done at Menards.
And we're cheap.
But I didn't want to spend a lot of money.
Yep.
So it's a 1x4?
I'm not even gonna guess. I don't think it's that wide. No, 1x3 would be my guess.
So it's just a nice pine, the select pine boards, plain boards, and then we took this kind of casing trim.
Yeah,
like a decorative
I think
molding.
it's for like the base around your upper cabinets is what I think it's for. And we just put it around.
Yeah, so then we added it on around. I like how it looks. So it reminds me of like the older style homes with the picture frame molding. So I don't know, I like how it looks. I like that it's kind of wide around the windows, but yet it was really simple.
And it was cheap and easy.
And it was really cheap the way we made it. So we'll get more of that to put around these 3 windows, and that'll be my contribution to the windows. So besides saying, looks really good, it's level. So I also thought it was funny that Gage made a desk over here next to me. It's actually the stand my printer goes on, but it was empty there for a little bit. So that's his desk over there, and he said that I can have this side of my office and then he can have that side. So that seemed really reasonable.
Did you show that he made it's a laptop. He made himself
He
a
made a
laptop.
laptop. He has his own garbage here, and then he also made a picture of him and I to hang above his desk. So yeah, he's pretty cool. he's going after brownie points.
I think it's funny that he made his own garbage when he's the child who cuts up stuff all over the house.
He knew he would need a garbage. I mean, it's just, yeah, that's how it goes. All right, so our plan for the weekend is
2 windows on the porch, 1 window in the TV room. All the windows will be in.
All right, so let us know your thoughts on the porch, yes or no, and also just what you're up to this weekend is always fun to hear. So thank you so much for watching. A thumbs up is the best compliment that you can give us, and we definitely hope you subscribe if you haven't already.
Auf Wiedersehen.
What language is that?
I don't know. Go back to what you're doing. Guten Tag.
I think that's hello.
Ciao.
There you go.
Hasta miada.